Good morning, everyone. This is me, Ellycka, and I am one of your discussants for today. On our previous meeting, we have tackled about the contemporary literature and its kinds. We are already done with the poetry and stories, so now we are down to the last kind of literature, which is the drama. But before we dig deeper on our topic, let me ask you a question first. What is the first word that comes into your mind when you hear the word drama? When you hear the word drama, you probably think of your favorite dramatic television show or movie, right? But literary drama has less to do with a serious storyline and more to do with the stage performances. And yes, you heard it right, stage performances. So you better keep listening to learn more about the different types of drama in literature and what do they look like on the stage. So we have the history of drama to start with. The word drama means action in Greek, which is derived from the verb meaning to do or to act. Greek drama began with the word of Aristotle's Poetics back in 335 BC, which is the oldest recorded work of dramatic theory. At first, drama was considered as a genre of poetry and was contrasted with the epic and the lyrics. The use of drama in the narrow sense is to designate a specific type of play dates from the 19th century. The Roman Empire, on the other hand, adopted drama into their literary tradition, and it spread into Europe and became known as theater in France and England. Now, what is drama? A drama is a type of literature that is written for the purpose of being performed in front of an audience. This type of writing is written from the form of a script, and the story is told through the lines of the characters played by actors. Well, in simple words, a drama is a composition in verse or prose presenting a story in a pantomime or dialogue. It contains conflict of characters, particularly the ones who perform in front of the audience on the stage. The person who writes drama for stage directions is known as dramatist or playwright. There's actually more than one type of literary genre, and chances are you've seen examples of them all. So, what are the types of drama? We actually have 5 main types of drama, namely comedy, farce, melodrama, musical drama, and tragedy. Here are some explanations and examples of these types of drama in literature. First, we have comedy. Comedy is a literary genre and a type of dramatic work that is amusing and satirical in its tone, mostly having a cheerful ending. The motive of this dramatic work is to triumph over unpleasant circumstances by creating comic effects resulting to a happy or successful conclusion. So the classical conception of comedy, which began with Aristotle in ancient Greeks up to the present, holds that it is primarily concerned with humans as social beings rather than as private persons. Well, first and foremost, people love to laugh, right? Comedy makes people feel good, but comedy can also expose painful truths that are just easier to laugh at. If someone is making fun of something we personally have experienced, something that's relatable, it can be hilarious. So we don't always know why, but it can provide relief to look at something in a new way. It is actually almost healing. So to analyze comedy better, I have provided some of its characteristics. First is, it is a light-hearted tone, of course. A comedy with a heavy tone is almost impossible because it is not really easy to make fun of something, right? And second is the clever wordplay. The simpler the words in a comedy, the more funny it could be. So words doesn't have to be complicated in here. We can also observe that comedy often addresses serious topics in a humorous way, and it always ends in a happy ending. The next genre of drama is farce. Farce is a comic dramatic piece that uses highly improbable situations, stereotyped characters, extravagant exaggeration, and violent horseplay. The term also refers to the class or form of drama made up of such compositions. Farce is a comic dramatic piece that uses highly improbable situations, stereotyped characters, extravagant exaggeration, and violent horseplay. The term also refers to the class or form of drama made up of such compositions. Farce is generally regarded as intellectually and aesthetically inferior to comedy in its crude characterizations and implausible plots, but it has been sustained by its popularity in performances and has persisted throughout the Western world to the present. Some of the characteristics of farce are exaggerated humor, improbable events, nonsensical storyline and one or two settings, humor that is often crude and inappropriate. The third one is the melodrama. While it is originally referred to dramas that included accompanying music, melodramas now refer to plays that include highly emotional situations in order to play on the feelings of the audiences. Melodrama is actually an exaggerated form of drama. It is where authors enhance the storylines in order to tug the heartstrings of the audience. Well, typically, these types of dramas focus on sensational plots that revolve around tragedy, unrequited love, loss, or heightened emotions. Well, it somehow features long-suffering protagonists, especially females, attempting in vain to overcome impossible odds. Its purpose is to play on the feelings and emotions of the audiences. We see the use of melodramatic plots more often in films, theater, televisions, radio, cartoons, and comics. If you are not sure if a drama is a melodrama, here are the characteristics that might help you distinguish if it is a melodrama. The characters are usually heroes, heroines, villains, mentors, and many more. Its plot and circumstances are described as larger than life, and sometimes even the small stories are prolonged or told in big ways. Its characters also exaggerate their reaction to deliver the emotion that they wish the audience could feel. The next one is the musical drama. It refers to plays in which characters engage in dialogue but also include scenes in which the passion of the character is so great that he expresses himself in song. So I am very sure that if not all of you, then some of you are already familiar with this kind of drama. An example of this is the very famous movie of Amir Khan, which is The Three Idiots, which is personally my favorite. Let me show you a short video clip for you to understand what musical drama is.
कोई न जाने अपना फ्यूचर क्या होगा होठ घुमा सीढ़ी बजा के बोल भैया ऑरेंज अरे भैया ऑरेंज अरे चाचू ऑरेंज अरे भैया ऑरेंज
If you can notice, the characters express themselves through music so that audience could enjoy the music while enjoying the drama. Now, let's take a look of its characteristics. Periods of standard storyline interrupted by songs. Well, if you're gonna watch the entire drama movie, you'll notice that they use songs to interrupt the storyline, which also somehow serves as the transition of the story. Characters are often singing in unison to express feelings, which we actually observed in the movie, right? Well, aside from singing, they are also dancing to really convey their message. Lastly, their catchy, distinctive musical score. So, how can we say if it is distinctive? For example, "All is well" has been a remarkable sentence that fans like me will never forget. So when we say distinctive, it leaves the message to the audience even after the movie or even after watching the movie. Now let's move on to the last genre, which is the tragedy. It is a type of drama that can be described as serious in nature and often includes a catastrophic or terrible ending. Although the word tragedy is often used loosely to describe any sort of disaster or misfortune, it more precisely refers to a work of art that probes with high seriousness. So, an example of this is William Shakespeare's famous play Romeo and Juliet. Well, in this play, two young children fall in love and feel the need to hide this from their parents due to their feuding families. However, their rash thinking leads them to their ultimate deaths. So let's take a look of their characteristics. A protagonist with a tragic flaw. So when we say tragic flaw, the character may have an illness, family problem, and many other usual flaws. Tragedy also has darker themes in a melodrama such as human suffering, hatred, or poverty. It also features the downfall of a previously heroic or well-liked character and the irredeemable ending that results in one or more characters' deaths. Before I wrap things up, let me leave you this quotation of Greta Scacchi. Theater is a sacred space for actors. You are responsible. You are in the driving seat. My dear fellow classmates, let this be a reminder that our life is drama that may consist with a tragedy or melodrama that can make us feel down and sad. But there's also a comedy that could cheer us up in the dark moments of our lives. And at the end of the day, we are the ones who are responsible of our fate. That would be all for my discussion. Thank you very much for listening, guys, and I hope you really learned something from me today. Bye!